Hello, Harold.
Yes, it is.
Hey, this is Wynn Brown.
Yes, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's great to talk to you in person here. For me, I keep little keepsakes of my relatives around my apartment and their pictures. I wear my great-grandfather's dog tag from World War I every single day. And I think in a small piece, it keeps them alive in a way. The letters were given to me by a coworker. Her name is Derry and her husband Jim Kramer. So both of them know that I'm a military history buff. And actually on Veterans Day, they brought him into work and said, hey, we've had these in a little wooden box. We thought maybe you could look into it and, maybe you can figure out more about this soldier. We've always been interested who this guy was.
How are you? Mr. Brown, how are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's see, this is one of the letters. It says here, this is from the War Department and Office of the Quartermaster General, Graves Registration Service, Washington, D.C. My name is Harold Hallberg. I was born and raised in Kane. One year I was in high school. It was about my first year in high school, I think. And a friend of mine were walking up by our Evergreen Park. And they have a memorial point, we call it. Walked around the stone, there was my name on there. I said, holy cow. I was shocked. And I looked again, it's Harold O. So I went home and I asked my mother, I said, I know I was named after him, but how did this happen? And she said, well, your grandmother and grandfather Hallberg came down to see you right after you were born, and they were up. Then they walked down the steps, and my grandfather turned around and says, have you named him yet? He said, Harold would be a good name. So I was named after my great uncle Harold O. Hallberg. To August Hallberg, case of Corporal Harold O. Hallberg, place of burial is disinterred and reburied in grave 181, section 4.
I think the connection that we've established through this is the most beautiful part of the story. This little random gift that I brought here, it might fit in perfectly.
Oh,
but I thought that flag to honor him, and
thank you. Oh man, thank you.
You're welcome. He brought us together.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I think us communicating and talking about Harold O. Hallberg through this time is invoking him in a way. This guy marched off to a faraway land and laid his body on the altar of freedom for us, for all of us. So this is a little way for me to give back, in a sense.
It's putting the whole picture together. I always wondered what they received, and no one could tell me where any of the letters or any of the memorabilia was or anything. After today, I have the stuff from him, and I'd have his picture on the wall, and I'd see him every day. And it just, I don't know, it grew more, that what I have in my possession and what I will have in my possession, to being the oldest, heir with his name, I thought, man, this has got to be something I'll never forget.